Well, I first like to thank Chris for the opportunity to play. I'm the biggest fan of exhibition games. I wish we had one every week. We need to be able to play more of them. Casa of North Mississippi, I hope that this is a huge help to them. I'm very involved with Casa back in Champaign, and we go out here and we compete. We get to do a lot of positive things, but there's a lot of kids out there that are not as fortunate, not as lucky, and so it's an honor to be a part of that, and great crowd. So I know that the support that group gets is I'm excited for that. So exactly what we needed, exactly what our team needed. It is why we scheduled it. We did the same thing with Butler. We went out and got very old, and then Ole Miss is one of the, I think, third, fourth, fifth oldest team in the country. How else do you get freshmen to believe what you're telling them? You have to go out and get punched in the mouth, find out what it's like, find out what life on the road is like. The game was truly over 4 minutes in, and it was nerves, it was anxiety, it was them a lot. I think they were 9 for their first 11, or pretty close anyway. Yeah, I thought we made a nice fight, maybe the last 10, 12 minutes when we didn't turn the ball over. You're never going to win a road game turning the ball over 22 times. Just horrendous turnovers. It led to a ton of second chance points and easy opportunities for them, especially in the first half. But all in all, it's time to go make some changes and look in the mirror and play guys who don't turn it over, and more importantly, play guys who guard. I think we'll find a rhythm offensively. They'll find ways switching. We haven't spent a ton of time on it because we don't do it a ton. Really bothered us. So we got to go to work on that, and then they're pick and pop fives. We're very effective. We haven't worked on doing much of any five-way switching. So it was nice to see Tommy out there. He had a nice night for his first performance, and we'll go back to Champaign. We'll get ready for Eastern Illinois, and we'll still be 0-0, and we'll learn a lot and build on this. And they're good, by the way. They're a nice team.
Brad, Chris's teams traditionally turn people over quite a bit. Has that been an issue for you guys in practice, or just sprouting up with what they're doing and getting that game action?
No, I think we had 7 in a much extended, more than 40-minute scrimmage with Butler. You can't dribble into 3 people, and can't throw bounce passes cross court. And, those are things that we haven't done. So give them a lot of credit, but it's like I said, it's the best thing about a learning experience is you get to see different things, and they were very physical early. They bumped us, knocked us. We felt like we were battling uphill and digging out of a trench all night long against their physicality.
Coach, what did you see from Draven? Does that give you a lift?
Yeah, he gives a great lift. Draven's a good player, and it's energy on both sides. We've got to get him consistent on the defensive end. I think that's one of the things that we really challenged him with. But Draven's a gifted scorer, and he's got to have the mindset that he's going to get picked on the other end, because he's one of the smaller guys on the court at this level. But I thought he was fantastic and gave us great energy.
Fred, you mentioned, getting punched in the mouth, and certainly you did, but on the whole, based on that, did you think that you were discouraged or encouraged by how they responded to that after that happened?
No, I was really encouraged. You guys are gonna laugh, but I mean, we needed this, and I expected this. I mean, I was gonna be shocked if there was a different outcome. Just simply because it's when you practice against yourself, and we got 10 new guys, we got a lot of youth, you get comfortable what you go against. And when you see that other piece and what that looks like, now it can be an eye-opener for us. Now we can really hone in and focus. Do we have bad players? We do not. We have good players. But they also found out now that they need each other and that we have to do some things a little better. And like I said, I thought nice run at the end of the first half. I thought we played well, and I thought, I think the last 12 minutes of DER was 0.8, which was better. But I'm really frustrated on the defensive side, and as bad as our offense was today, they had a lot to do with it. But I'm really frustrated on the defensive side that we haven't had more leadership step up, and I haven't got them there yet. We're making can't win giving up 12 threes.
Brad, you touched on this a little bit, but Chris talked about after last season wanting his team to be tougher defensively and more versatile offensively. Just from what you saw today, what's kind of the upside for Ole Miss's team?
Yeah, they've got two things I really like, and the game of basketball is changing. If you can't shoot threes and win from the 3-point line, it's very hard. All you got to do is look at the championship game, and Purdue took 7 threes and got waxed, and we played that same UConn team. Pick and pop fives distort every bit of the defensive scheme you have. You force teams to play into a lot of switches. That creates a lot of matchups. They do that with Brakefield. They do it with Dia. They're good. Those guys are very, very good shooters. So their versatility offensively, is very good. You've obviously, Morel's a proven bona fide scorer. Padula helps them space. So I think they're really good on that side of the floor. And they'll be a tough matchup. I think defensively, all you got to do is look at their bodies. Chris's teams are always really solid. We don't post a ton. So as different styles go, they may be forced with some different challenges. But I like his group, and as I think he continues to build depth, I think really the only positive we had at half is we had their front court and we had some guys in foul trouble for them, and that could impact them maybe down the road. But I like their team a lot, and they're skilled. They know what they're doing, and they're old as dirt.
On the defensive side, was it more about missed assignments and that kind of stuff, or was it just not closing on shooters?
Yeah, we might have set an Illinois record for the most uncontested shots given up tonight. That's all we talk about is shooting contested shots, and a lot of uncontested. And some of those are, we were concerned about Morel and Padula, and we went out and we tried to give, we were going to make Dia make one, and led to a whole bunch, and then Brakefields we knew was a matchup problem, and we haven't spent any time at all on 5-way switching, and it's probably something we're going to have to look at. So I thought Merez did a really solid job of bothering them a little bit. They got going, and they were comfortable.
Tommy and Merez were both pretty productive. Did you like what you got out of that spot?
Yeah, especially for Tommy's first game, not playing. In the first one, just getting through nerves. I thought Merez was, other than missed free throws, impacted the game. With his energy, his ability to sit down and guard. I think we got 6 rebounds out of both of those guys. You'll take 12 rebounds a night out of that spot all year long. So, we finally got Tommy loose a little bit to shoot it. Made a couple late, because I think he can be that same guy that than Dia was, you know, as a true pick and pop threat. He was very efficient in the paint, and you know, as he's continuing to get game experience, you know, we'll see his productivity go up, and I thought Perez was just gave us a little bit of physicality.
With such a new team, new roster, new guys, obviously you mentioned the turnovers. How do you balance that coaching early on with enough to let them kind of play through it, or put the brakes on and
Well, I let him play through it a lot in the first half. The second, and we tried to address the turnovers at halftime a little bit, and then the second half we turned it over. They had a little quicker hook. But again, we haven't caught me a little bit off guard. I didn't expect 22 because we were so good against Butler and that on that side of things. We just made really good plays, and again, nerves on the road, good basketball team, crowd, first time for us traveling, so there's a reason we do it, and you know, we're gonna have to grow up quick and understand what this experience is and learn from it, and you know, not accept it, but learn from it.
This will be the last one, Doug.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.